Alright, hello and welcome to another random Sunday evening stream where I build stuff. And I should have gotten an episode out this week, but I didn't because I'm lazy. So therefore, we're back to another stream without an episode in between. Oh well. I'm working on it. So, as stated in the title, what I'd like to do today is build some bunkers and plan out where the airport's going to be. Oh, you get to enjoy the broadcast for a few minutes. Woohoo! Yay! So last time we streamed, we worked on the oil refinery. Since then, I've been working on it as well. Been building up this area, closing off that, adding a fence around the gas tanks. Just finished building a bunch of stuff. And it has been working out. The gas tanks are filling up. I believe they're all about 30% done. So, that is excellent. And, what are we going to do? We need to defend this area. So I'm thinking at least 2 bunkers. And the moment I start frickin' playing, my dog is barking at the door. Because she simply will not let me do anything at all without interrupting me. Be right back. The silly thing is, you can have free time or you can have a dog, yes. Silly thing is, it's pouring rain outside. So she's going to be at the door wanting to come back in about 30 seconds. So, we need to defend this place. What I'm thinking is a bunker right here on this little grassy knoll. Because that'll have some good angles. And then a bunker over here somewhere. And I think 2 bunkers will handle this quite nicely. So, let's see. I have creative mode. It's good. Let's do some actual building. Which I'm going to go back and get resources. I'm not sure what we need. Because we need a pair of projectors and a whole bunch of armor plates, stuff like that. Because I do have the bunkers, like the design of it saved as a blueprint, so I don't have to worry about redesigning it at all. Just get to pull it up again. Now, where is my OBS? There it is. Excellent. Okay. Ah, don't drive into a tree. Pupper is jelly of all the time I spend on the computer that I don't spend petting her. However, even though it's pouring rain and has been all day, I did take her to the beach. And she got to run up and down the beach because there was absolutely nobody there. So, she better be appreciative of that fact. But, I don't think she cares anymore. I took her in the morning and now she slept all afternoon. And now since it's the evening, she's like, whatever, I'm energetic again. Let's go play. Even though it's pouring rain. She doesn't care. She likes being out in the rain. Likes getting absolutely soaked. But no. When I say we just need to stay warm and home, she's like, ugh. Got into a crazy car accident last night. Oh my god, are you okay? Hopefully you are alright, and you didn't get too injured, or if your car didn't get too totaled. And, yeah, well, I'm glad that I can keep your mind off of it for now, and hopefully you can enjoy this stream. I don't know if I want to actually hook up, because I don't know what I need to transfer. So I'm going to park here. I need a projector. I need 2 projectors. I need 2 wind turbines. then I need all the armor plate possible. So I'm going to just transfer over manually stuff we need for 2 projectors. That's 1. And 2. There we go. Lots of bruises. Car is totaled, though. Okay, it's good that you're okay. Vehicles can be repurchased, but body parts cannot. So, I'm very happy that you are good. You've made it. Cannot throw out there. Got the stuff we need. Okay, good. Then the rest of it is turrets, which we can go with 30 millimeters right here. I think this is stuff that I already have transferred a lot of the stuff. And then just a whole bunch of armored plate, which I hopefully have made a bunch of. I think I told the base to make a bunch of armored plate. Alright, the ship. Got the cargo containers. Armored plate. Yes, I have like 1,000 of it. Transfer as much armored plate as possible. And also as much steel plate as possible. I do think we need a little bit of aluminum on here somewhere. Although I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. Stick it in the connector, why not? It'll fit there. And super heavy rover. Oh god. We're back on our way. A VR walk through. Oh, I would love to. I actually want, and I'm planning to get a VR headset either this summer or this fall, and that I can then do VR stuff, make VR videos, and it would be really interesting if you could like go into Space Engineers and use VR and like stand on a space station and look down and just be like, holy crap. Yeah, there are a lot of idiot drivers out there. Best thing you can do is just stay on your toes and just watch out for them. But I think first thing... Oh. There's the dog. She's woofing again. She wants in because she's getting wet in the rain. Be right back. There we go. Puppy is in. Building a statue of your puppy in the game. Or I could take a photo of her and then use Whip's image converter to put her on a big LCD. It's one way I could get an image of her in the game real easily. Demand a picture of the puppy. Okay, I'll figure out how to do that. I'll bring up Whip's image converter and put that in today. We'll put a picture of the puppy on the somewhere on the Discovery. And I think this is the absolute perfect spot for a bunker. Alright, so the build and repairs are currently set to build everything in front of this. So that area there is going to be the bunker space, and I think that looks absolutely perfect. So we shall grab a single piece of a little bit of armored, a little bit of steel, So we're gonna pop the projector down. And it doesn't really matter which orientation this thing has. I'm gonna do the projector. And then an armored block. So we'll start with the armored block, because this is the beginning of the bunker. It's going to be facing... Yeah, facing this way is fine. So we armored block with a wind turbine on top of it. Although we need to back the truck up a little bit. Yep. And then the projector on the edge of that. And we just need these built up. Ah, there you go. Now you're doing the work. So this is the projector, but I need the I need a panel or something like that in order to access it. Just slap one of these down so I can load the blueprint. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to quickly turn off the build and repairs. So that way I can position this thing, and I do not want it to be at nighttime. Magical streaming powers, it is daytime. Alright, so projector, blueprints. We have our AA bunker, which is excellent. And now we just need to use this to first figure out, okay, what orientation are you in? Then use spectator camera. Come on. Add up. Ah, and then I can do it while spectator. Let's pitch there. And then forward it until that wind turbine aligns. And then it should be good. Because then that and that align to the existing blueprint. And the rest of it gets built. It's just barely inside the ground there. And there's the bunker position. And then I can just go and turn on the building. Go bunker printing. Although I can drive a bit closer so the build and repairs don't have to fly as far. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's grab some armor. And help out. We'll at least get all the blocks placed in the outside armor bands. And then the build and repair can go around, topping them all up and finishing them off. And this thing has build and repair itself in it. With that, aluminum. Can't get to that tube, unfortunately. Ah, but that's alright. That will get placed eventually. It's essentially all the armor. Now he's got to wait for the build and repair to build all the guts. And to actually, you know, finish this armor up. But while it's working on that, at least it's placed, which is good. And I think at the end of this, I'll probably just leave this projector here, just in case in the future this bunker gets destroyed, but the projector survives. Easy peasy. Just reproject it, rebuild it. Your SE game just finished loading. I started when the stream started 10 minutes ago. Oh, yes. Space Engineers takes a very long time to load some days. Especially if you don't have an SSD. Life just gets very, very slow for that. Let's see. In our control panel here, our build and repairs are saying that they are missing items. We need components, grids, various tubes, motors, base computers, steel plates. This is probably the stuff for conveyors, since I didn't bring a lot of those. Aside from that, we're going to have to bring up a load of ammunition with us when we go back, get a bunch of 30mm, but at least it's not saying that it needs armored plate yet. We still have like 1,000 armored plate, and it is good. You say you need 39 construction components, but you have 380. It must be counting how much it actually needs, and it needs just 39 more, because they do have a ton of steel plate in here as well. Unknown signal? Don't mind if I do. Let's see, I'm gonna refresh my chat here. Okay. I almost didn't have enough thrust to stop myself before I landed. Hello, unknown signal. I will take you even before you hit the ground. Here, skeleton suit. Thank you. And goodies, carrots, and money. And that was close. A little too close. Just a smidge. Here. So let's pause all that stuff. Let's see. We need components. Actually, I should probably just throw this money in the system. There we go. Always making more construction components. I can only carry 83 at a time. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I need to take the truck back here. Well, no, the boats are still not floatable. I mean, I know how to make boats with the new system. It's just that I haven't done it yet. Oh, which reminds me, I actually updated the scenario for this world. The one that you can get on the workshop. And I basically just beached the Wave Rider and put a bison right beside it. So that I'm just like, I give up. I don't know. Here. Just, here's a bison. You can just drive it. If you make the Wave Rider work, you can use it. But you have choices now. Spruce Goose. Oh, man. I do want to build some more cool planes. I've been playing a game recently called High Fleet. I don't know if anyone's played it, but I want to build some stuff out of that in Space Engineers. I want to build a Sevastopol in SE. There's gotta be a way I can do that with hydrogen engines and make it look cool. I don't know if anyone's played that game, but it's really fun. But we just need, what? Some steel plates and metal grids. 200 more steel plates, 40 more grids. And then this thing says it's got everything it needs. Do you? Do you even have the armor plate for this? Yeah, you still haven't just gotten to the armor plate yet. Okay. 200 steel plate, 40 grids. 200 steel plate, 40 grids. I should probably get my base building more armored plate immediately, so that way I can get ready for the next bunker. Plate stamps. You are going ham on steel plate. Let's give you like a couple thousand armored plates and throw you in there. Go. So, steel plate. I need a couple hundred. I can't carry that many because of all these bottles. Okay, let's drop a couple bottles. A couple hundred steel plate, pretty much. Drop the low bottle. We'll come back for the grids. A full-size replica of an actual historical battleship. I kind of want to build like my own Yamamoto or something like that. Like some like a giant battleship. But I'm not sure if I could even make it float with the new system. Oh, now it's yelling at me for acid power cells and stuff. I can't carry those. We're gonna have to drive back for those. Yeah, let's just help it do the armor plate here. And then we'll drive it back and start working. Space battleship Yamato. Yo, Yamato. Sorry, that's the name of it. Oh my god. Why did I call it Yamamoto? It's the Yamato. I mean, you can do the space battleship version, or you can do the World War II version. But really, any giant battleship would be cool. I want some reason to have to use these 500mm gun turrets. I want a boat that has, like, 4 of these as its main armaments. Like, holy crap. I want to see that happen. Robotech Fortress? Not sure I know this one. If you send it to me on Discord so I can see it. Because I know Robotech. But I do not know the particular fortress you're talking about. That, or there's a few things. This would be completely crazy and it would probably never work. But if you guys have ever played, oh god, I need more armor plate. I do. I went through all that 1,000 armor plate. Ugh. I mean, it's mostly done. Are you mostly on? What do you need? Grids. Oh, you need grids to finish all the guns. Okay. More plate, more grids. Acid cells. Gotcha. Let's go. Have you guys played Supreme Commander with the Cybran and done the Cybran, I think it's tier 2 battleship? Like tier 2, like, I think it's a destroyer. The thing grows legs and walks on the land. I want to try that. I know I have no idea how I can make it work, but I love the concept of this boat that when it gets to shore, it sprouts legs and walks onto the shore and continues firing its naval cannons. I don't think that would work because I do not have the robotics knowledge of space engineers enough to do that. But pain. Oh yeah, it's of course it's slow and T2 artillery gets it, and it's like super vulnerable to aircraft, but like it was cool. That's all that really mattered. Could do a boat with wheels. I could essentially make like an APC. Or full-size supercarrier to fill your favorite SE aircraft. Yes, I 100% want to make a carrier that is capable of landing the C-130 on. That is like... that will happen. Eventually. I just don't know when. Armored. Oh, we've only got a few hundred more. That's it. Get them more of that steel plate. We needed the acid power cells. Yeah, there's 100. We take those. We'll take the steel plate. We'll take the construction components. Because why not? We'll also take some of the tubes and such. Let's see. Oh, right, grids. I needed grids. I can take 5 grids there. Oh, wait, the wrong thing. Grids in here. Take all 200. And somewhere here. There's the extruders. All these tubes and girders and shit. I need all those. Excellent. That should be enough. I still had some aluminum left over, right? Yes. Okay, good. And my character, I'd like to get some of that. Some of those hydrogen bottles out. Oh God! Park my ship. Park. Thank you. Hydrogen bottles. Thank you. It is Space Engineers Live. Oh, right. Do I even have any more space for this? I have a bit of space. I can take some ammo. Because then those guns are good, and I don't need to come back to grab ammo for those guns. So we'll grab some 30mm. Inventory for this ship. 30s. Let's go for standard ammo. We can take 62. That's it. We should be able to take more than that. Some 19 there. Take some in the cockpit? No. Ah, well, that's some. Take some ammo. Unmark. Let's go. All the mods have been behaving themselves. Yes, finally, after I figured out the derpiness of everything updating to Water 3. Once everything sort of flowed through all of the dependency mods for that, things are working fine again. Aside from the fact my boats don't float. But everything's fine. It's just, I need to make new boats. Do I stream on Twitch? No. I only do it here on YouTube because it's really easy for me just to start streaming, end the stream, and then it automatically gets put on my channel. Automatically does the same monetization. like, it's all in the same analytics when I look at it, and I can see the stats of what it is, so it's all the same here. So I just do it on YouTube. Well, one problem with carrier ideas is either come in too fast, or you either destroy the plane or get stuck in the carrier. Yeah, that could be a problem, which is why we have that instrument landing system, which I have yet to really fully utilize, and I need to practice with it. But that landing system, when I dial it in correctly, will land me on my aircraft carrier even while it's moving perfectly every time. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to getting that dialed in and working. And park. There we go. We're so going to go through this armored plate so quickly. Well, thank you. Love your content, homie. I'm a homie. That's awesome. Alright, the guns are up. Let's go get the ammo moved over. Take some ammo, drop off a couple hydrogen, take some more ammo, and so we can move the ammo quicker. Bullets in there, are they transferring out yet? Or can they even go to the guns yet? Oh, they can. Come on. Start spreading the ammo out. That 30mm. Yeah, I don't know how he did it, but he figured out how to do it. You need an antenna, the programmable block with the ILS script on the block that is moving, and then it figures out the orientation of your ship, and then automatically updates the coordinates that the other script is looking for to land on as things are flying. So that is impressive, to say the least. But I will eventually have it so that I can land my ship on, land my planes on a moving ship. Alright, so that's those. I mean, realistically, this bunker is functional now, which is good. All these turrets, make sure their settings are correct. We got AI shoot. We want them to be on auto, 30mm. We're targeting grids, projectiles, sure, biologicals and meteors, whatever. And they should be good. We shall do a test thing. Good, they do work. Everybody's shooting. So, even though that needs a few bits more armor plate, which we can take a look here. Build and repairs need 76 more armor plate. We are theoretically done this bunker. Projector is done. Turn it off. Acid battery is full, built, and it is currently charging up. And we just need armor plate for there, and take a look. Anywhere on the outside? Yeah, a little bit down there. But otherwise, that is functional. Excellent. I need some of my water, my tofu. Delicious. I feel so much safer at my oil refinery already. Just having a single AA bunker here, which I should definitely go in. And when I clean up grids and such, I need to rename this to AA bunker so that I do not accidentally delete it. Yeah. Now it's not static grid, whatever. Yes, we'll put extra plates in the bunker shortly, but I guess I could put a few hundred steel plates for repairing the guns themselves, but we do not have spare armored plates at the moment. They are currently being built. do one more load of steel plates. 260 in there. I have them. Yes, I do. Okay, good. I'm gonna put a few hundred armored plates in there soon. Which reminds me, we need more armored plates. Bunker! And I should be able to sneak underneath this pipeline without blowing my rover apart. Perfect. Alright, landing out on this side. Again, we're probably going to be like a few hundred meters away. And somewhere where it gets a good field of view of the sky. And also where it's relatively flat. I mean, we're on a hill here. Right? Yeah. A little bit of hilly, but I could make it work right here. Yeah, I can make a bunker work right in this spot. It'd be kind of the same distance away. Like, I am currently, what is this, 500 meters away from there, and this bunker is 400 meters away. So, where could I make this thing a little bit closer? Here? 500 meters still. I think just right around here, yeah. This would work. Let's do it. Wheel around, stop up. We're on a little bit of a slope, but I can deal with that. Yeah, this will be fine. I can put it right here, and that's enough that I can go. Oh, I'm using DACA angles. Well, if all else fails, you can just have more DACA. And then don't worry about the angles. Just have lots. Just have infinite DACA. Okay, right. Let's see. Which way is it going to point to? I think it's going to point that direction. This way. Like where I'm pointing. That's where it's going to point. And then I'll just use light armor for now because I don't have any heavy armor for that. And then we'll put the wind turbine down. It'll be going into the hill a little bit, but that is okay. Insert songs will learn your peaceful way by force. I like it. Speaking of assert spawns, I still have some wreckage over here I need to go and salvage and don't. Yeah, there's stuff down here under the ocean, and over here there's still some wreckage. This shot up base, and it's underneath. I eventually need to go and salvage all those. So that is good. Still need that little panel again so I can access stuff, and I need to put it. God damn it! I can barely hit it. It's over here. Thank you. All right. Turn your building repairs off so I can place this projection. A bunker. Thank you. Yeah. Roll it around. Pitch it around. Pitch that way. And then... what is it today? Forward offset. Forward offset negative. Perfect. Perfect little spot for a bunker. And go! Do what you can do at least. Your air defense is little towers like your chimneys, but with a quad on top. Then putting little groups of 3 to 6 powered by windmill in the middle. That's cool. And you aren't building anything because you have no armored plates. Probably. Armored? None. Damn. Okay. Well, at least we know where that is. I'm gonna go back and get some armored plate. Come back out here to build some more. Which I kind of do need to organize this inventory. I'm starting to carry a little bit too much stuff. I could probably offload some of the small steel tubes and such. Ow! Tree. Okay. Sorry, it was a dead tree. I was doing some good gardening by taking out the dead and fallen wood. Human NPCs to test your defenses. Oh, that's the thing, is my defenses are meant to just be like a drone coming in single-mindedly shooting at whatever they see first. Instead of like a human could easily see like, oh, there's just a few bunkers. If we just have enough durability, we can fly past the bunkers and hit the base and cause like serious damage. And there's still something out in the water there that keeps popping up my my enemy thing. I'm not sure what it is, but there's some sort of salvage out there. Come on. Stop. Turn around and back up that big rover booty. No, it's not a submarine. It's just some aircraft that I shot down, and bits of it are in the bay. Oh, the Assert mod having cruise missiles would be actually kind of cool. Like, I would actually find that really interesting, because you could just be like, oh, wait a second. There's a missile coming. Your base explodes. I need acid batteries. Yeah, we need 100 of those. We know that's for sure. Cargo. Get rid of all this food and organics out of here. Just clean all that up. I'll get rid of a few hundred of these steel beams. Don't need that many light bulbs on me right now. Don't need 1,000 copper wires. I'm gonna take it just a few hundred. There we go. Any particular reason you haven't bothered to increase the size of the rover ramp, given the amount of times you've almost driven off it? Because it's more interesting when I almost drive off it every time. It's just barely big enough, so therefore, that's all you should really need, right? And so then you guys are like, oh my god, is he going to drive off it this time? And then it's funny and interesting. I don't need this many grids. That's probably what I'm screwing up with. I don't really need that many grids. Cut that down a bit. Excellent. There we go, more armored plate. Should be enough armored plate now. to finish off the other one. And we can take some 30 mil with us to plug into that one as well. Yeah, another 192. Perfect. Now I have to get started again. It's like bait rip. Pretty much. Let's see. Production. Plate stamp. Yeah, you're going hard making me stuff still. But I mean, like, it goes into further, like, it would be really great if the Assert had missiles and stuff they fired at you. It goes into further parts of it, with me being, like, I wish that there would just be, like, actual tracking missiles that are not player built, like, you don't have to build them out of blocks. The dog is squeaking a squeaky toy, and I wonder if that is getting close. Like, just actual, like, you know, we have the missile, although it's more like a rocket in the game right now, that you fire out, and it's the entity, and it's the weapon. I just want those to track. I want those to turn and follow my craft. And then have, like, a really small turret, something better than the interior, to shoot them down. Missile and anti-missile. Then have an Assert that sits a kilometer away from your base and just constantly fires missiles at you. So they just use up your anti-missile defense. That'd be cool. Alright. Should be enough to finish this one off. Right? Should be enough armor plate. We're done, right? Yeah, we're done. Alright, let's put a couple loads of ammo in there. Drop off the rest of this junk. And we'll grab some ammo. Take it up to about 50 boxes, I'd say. Should be enough for this, considering I can always load it up some more later. Yeah, there are tracking weapons in Weapon Core. It's kind of what I'm basing it off of. Alright, bunker complete. It only took me 48 minutes. And I had a lot of materials pre-built. But hey. Area defense is online. And I can test this by afterwards going into creative, spawning a plane, setting it to enemy, and then flying it over them and seeing how these guys shoot it up, which would be nice. And oh, there's my doggy. She's laying in her bed. She's sleeping a bit as she slowly noms on her toy. And park. At least we'll get a tiny bit of that thing built. Although what I should do is I should go in there and steal all that armored plate. And I should go and set this thing up by putting in one per. Otherwise that'll build like one block and then stop. What I want it to do is I want it to build all the like the interior conveyors and all the construction stuff if it doesn't have the armor. Brady's my dog. She is mostly German Shepherd, like 75% or something like that. Her mom was pure, her dad was a German Shepherd mix, and that's the story. father jumped the fence, like the scoundrel he is, and lo and behold, a few months later they had puppies that they didn't know what to do with. Make a sub for the future updated water mod. I do want to make a submarine. Well, it's going to be the only way that I can get platinum in this game. Because only platinum in this entire game is on the ocean floor. So I do need, at some point, a heavy armor sub in order to get down there without being crushed. So I need to get down there, and then I need to have it be able to mine and take a load back up to the surface. There we go. All laid out. Except for what? Looks like all the interior bits are being built up quite quickly, actually. Go building repairs. I think I have everything I need for, except, do I have motors? I have 20 motors left. I'm probably going to run out of motors for the, conveyors and such. What do you need? You need aluminum. Oh, do I even have any aluminum on me? I have 0. Damn. I have to go see how much aluminum I have available, because I might need to go out on a little bit of a cargo run with the C-130. Blocks connecting here built up. There we go. Yeah, this is working its way through. It needs a lot of stuff. It needs a lot of stuff. And so, let's go get it. But good progress. Good progress. What I think I might do is I'll plug this thing in, and I will let the base build some resources. And then while it's working on those resources, I'm going to flip into creative mode and try to find the spot where I want to put the airport. Because I want to put the airport somewhere here, basically in the area where I'm driving right now. I'm not sure exactly where, but it needs to be somewhere here. And an airport would be really great for us because it'll allow us to have a defined area where to land, somewhere relatively close to the oil refinery. Because eventually my entire base is going to be up in that area. It's going to be away from the coast. And then there'll be a couple buildings down here, but there'll be like a road in between them. And then I could have all my planes land up at the oil refinery, and then have the oil tanker, which I still need to make, be able to drive out to them and then refuel them at the airport. Or even have an oil tank at the airport as sort of my airport fuel station that the planes can easily taxi up to, that has a nice big long arm to attach to the planes. Just turn this way, and that way, and then backing up this way. Bada boom. Park. Okay, so while plate stamps are going nuts building the armored plate, and we'll need like another 1,000, just make the 1,000 aluminum first. let's leave that to work. And let's flick on creative. And let's clear my bar out and grab the roadblocks. Because these things are awesome. Because they are 9 blocks worth of space for one block. And only 1 PCU. Have we figured out how the water mod works yet? I haven't had the chance to try it out yet. Well, I mean, the water mod works, so you take a look at the right there, you see block volume is 15.63 meters cubed. And it's got a weight to it. And so if I drop that in water, a light armor block actually floats because it is slightly less weight than... Oh, well, it's getting ground down. I'll have to go further away. You silly, overreactive build and repairs. A light armor block will float. Because it's lighter. The amount of materials to build it, it's 500 kilograms, is lighter than the amount of volume of water. So realistically, you can just build a raft like this, and this just floats. But if you try to put anything on it, like you try to like slap down a thrusters, you can start going somewhere, you're just going to start sinking because now you're too heavy. And that's obviously the heaviest part, so it's going to go underwater. And now you're not floating anymore. So what you need to do is you need to seal a space of air. So if I come up here and I make an area and I seal off inside some air, essentially, some blocks of open stuff, and we do need, I believe, we need a vent in this area in order to properly vent it. It needs that to be conveyed. So let me just pop that in. And, I'm going to do this. Let's put a roof over this first. Pop that there. Let's put the conveyor. Put a vent on top. Put a vent in. Put a battery. So this thing has some power. Put it on the very bottom to act as a keel. Ow. I hurt myself. Does it need to be conveyed? Okay. I don't know. We're experimenting. We should just be able to go and say depressurize off. The other one will put depressurize on. So this thing has gas to work with. And then if we seal this up, the one in here should be green as this place is pressurized. So now when we let this float, by cutting away its support, and this is not a station anymore, right? Convert to ship. This floats because it's got that air sealed in it. It's unstable because it's a crappy ship, but it's floating. So that's what you need to do. You need to seal air in your ships, and then it floats. And that's the new system. But anyway, moving on. We are figuring out a place to place a airport while the Discovery works on getting blocks built up for me. So I'm trying to find a spot that has a relatively decent length of area that is relatively flat, which in this area is really hard to find, surprisingly. I'm thinking, like, I'm guessing whatever I do for my eventual runway, it needs to be up slightly off the ground in order to not get bogged down by these little changes in elevation. But I could do something like this. Something like that. I just have to find a spot where I can get a runway about that long. There? I don't like the fact how it dips down over here. I'll have to essentially build a giant wall on this end in order to make that look good. But I wonder if there's another spot for this. Or if I can just rotate this, it would be cool as well. Where did I connect this? Ah, there it is. Creative, sorry, pop in a spectator here. Was this locally aligning to this grid? Should I align to this grid at all? I don't know. Yeah, I could get that drill and fill mod and start using that for like flattening out areas. But then I kind of feel like that's kind of cheaty. I should be able to adapt to the terrain here. And I kind of feel like I should have a specific orientation for this. So like east-west, I should try to do like an east-west airport. So I've got my compass here. I'm directly pointing east. That's actually kind of decent, east-west. If I place myself here, and I go a couple blocks up, and then I grab a road section, and I go forward with it, that's not bad. Let's see how far I can go this way until this runway goes into the ground. Over to this tree, and then it starts clipping the ground a little bit. Okay. But it's still going. It's still actually good. Here it starts going into the ground. So if I did a going into the ground here, that's the start of the runway. And then I have the runway is going to be about like say 3 wide, 4 wide, no, more than that. It needs to be like that. That's a decent amount of space to land a plane on. Oil refinery's 500 meters away. We've already got a pair of bunkers nearby. Do you think the roadblock has enough HP to take a good landing? Well, there's only one way to find that out, that's for sure. Let's go grab a plane and try. We'll leave this here. I'm going to... actually right here is really flat. Oh, damn, right here is really good. Let me try this spot out. You can go grab a plane and test it. Right there. To... You just keep going out here for as long as we want. We just need to build a... I just need to build a wall here to lock it down. Yeah, let's try running, ramping off of this runway. Make this a few blocks wide on each side. We'll see what it's like landing on it. Because now that I have the tar available from the oil refinery, I can make the asphalt needed to actually build these runway pieces. Excellent. Okay, let me just... Yeah. That looks pretty decent there. Oh, isn't that the airport where you have to, like, out of nowhere, like, dive down a hill in order to make the airport on time? Runway on a bridge. Interesting. Alright, let's back off here. Oh, we turn the engines on. Let's go, Hercules. Oh, see Daisy. Ah, I love you, Hercules. Oh yeah, I'll number the runways properly when I do them with ILS and such. Oh, don't get out of your cockpit. Don't get out of your cockpit when you're flying. All right. Coming on in. ILS approach. Pushing out speed brakes. First person view only in the future. Third person for testing. I will make a great gunship. I am going to build another one of these, or modify this one, to be my gunship eventually. Coming on in for a landing. Flare. And land. Oh, easy. Oh my god, that lands so nicely on these blocks. That lands so nicely on these blocks. Excellent. I mean, I could use that thing to be a bit longer, but at least the concept holds. And you don't need to worry about the grass here, because what I'm going to do is after I place the airport, I'm going to go in with the voxel editor tool and change the dirt underneath the airport to actual just dirt, not grass, so the grass won't be poking through. Turnstile to turn the plane around. Nah, I just need like pullouts and areas where I can turn around. But here, coming off the end of the runway, full speed, and off. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, there's a piece of my door missing. Huh. Interesting. Oh! I could use a sensor for that. When it takes off and stops detecting voxel, it turns off my wheels. And when it detects voxel, it turns on my wheels. That's actually kind of smart. It's actually really smart. I'll have to make that upgrade in the future. Alright, Hercules. And... don't... oh. Bonk. There you go. A little bit glitchy, but you're back into your position. Yeah, I'm missing a blast door. Okay. So, we figured out that... Hey, where'd my airfields go? Oh, there they go. There's one. I'm just like, where the heck are those? They're just blending into the grass. Make it day again. There we go. So, these road sections are going to work as runway. I just need to find a nice flat spot to do it in. Which I want to say is going to be like here, facing like east-southeast. This looks like the best way to do it. This section looks relatively flat, and facing east-southeast, it is relatively flat going forward. So I want to say a block or two up, like a block and a half up, and then I can place out runway on that. We can go symmetry, and I think 5 wide is probably what I need, like that. And then we already have one block down there, so we can see how many blocks long we can make this. With that block and a half of space, we actually have enough room. We can make it about 35 blocks long, because it just barely touches right here, but it is good. Treat. And then we'll go back. Blocks will go back. So it's 35, 36. Ah! Placed a block. Is it falling? Oh, it's just right there. Okay. So then 7, 8, 9, 10, 41, 42. 5, 48, 49, 50 blocks long. How about that? Is a runway. That is beautiful. And then I can go road section blanks and fill in the rest of this space. And that will be our main runway, probably. 500 meters away from the oil refinery. We've got... that's actually kind of nice. Coming back in from, say, the cobalt mine, it's straight onto a runway. We don't have much in terms of needing to build like walls here in order to fill this in. Runway needs light things in the middle. Ah, yes. What mod makes this cube appear? Oh, you mean the cube in the top, right? Oh, that cube is in options. It's in options, you go game options, and it's rotation hints. So if I turn that off, there's no more cube. So you go into the game, put on rotation hints, and then you have that cube up in the top right that shows you which, if I press like delete or page down or whatever it is, like, oh, delete page down or that direction, and then end and home. So that way you can see which way things are going to turn when you move your block. So this definitely, I do agree, this needs something down the middle. So we'll cut that. And I'm going to temporarily attach each other so I don't cause this thing to fall apart. I'm going to slice these two apart. And let's see what we have for road options. We got double stripes, we got single stripe, we've got stripe with a dash, we got a single double dash, we have blank. What I could do is I could make these one block wider this way, and then in the middle what I can do is I could put these single lines against each other like that to have that down the middle, a double line. Oh, I'm 100%. No, this is just figuring out where it will fit. 100% there will be blocks along like this to make it not be into the dirt. Like that will be 100%. So that's what I'll do. So I'll take away this line and this line. So essentially I'm rebuilding this side of the thing. That's okay. We're rebuilding that side. So it's going to be 1, 2, 6 blocks wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then blank, and then single. Like that. So I have the solid white down the center. Because other than that, I don't have a one that has a single, like I don't have the dashed line down one side, unfortunately. What do I have here for intersections? Road intersection. No, nothing I can really work with. And there's ramps and angles and stuff. So also I got like ramps with supports. Although this needs to load in. Come on, load in. There we go. I can put those on the outside of these. Lights. Can I place lights on top of these things? It's a very good question. I cannot place lights directly onto these runways. They float. They hover. So if I want to use these roadblocks, I can't put lights on them. Because the block, it's like a catwalk. It only occupies the bottom of the thing. But I guess, ooh, what if I did that? Okay, let me try something. What if I flipped it? I'm not going to get any of the markings, but then I can place stuff on it. So I could just make the entire thing blank and then rely entirely on lights for all of my markings. So then I wouldn't want... Let's see, I wouldn't want that. I would want this to be slightly higher here. Let me pull this in. I want this to be here instead. That'll be the new block location. And then off of that, I would have a blank road upside down. And then I would take lights and I would put lights down the road like that. I could do that. But otherwise I wouldn't have any markings, which will look good in the daytime. But I think no matter what, I think I'm going to stay with the markings. And I think no matter what, I kind of want to move things up a little bit. So I'm going to raise this up about a third of a block. And then I'm going to... Oh, no, wait, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want you to match up. God damn it. I wanted you to raise up about a third of a block. Why did it move this down? And then I was going to delete that and then paste it on there. There we go. So it just gives me a bit more space off the ground. All the way out to here. A little bit cleaner. So it'll just be 1 or 2 blocks down of bunkerage, like bunkerage, of infill that I'll have to do there. Okay. So I think still same thing. I'm going to do 6 wide with line, blank, line. My puppy's in between my legs right now. Line, blank, line. And then line, blank, line. And that'll give me a nice wide place to land. And that'll give me a center line to follow. And it will be 50 blocks long, which will be more than enough to land on. That. There we go. And then just the blank section. Good. Then with these ramp sections. Dog. Oh, my doggies. She came and laid on my toes. Oh my god. She's so cute. Yes, I'll blueprint this. So then at the ends here, I can put a ramp down. And that should actually fix most of my issues in terms of height. Let me take a look at that. Do we have a blank ramp? That would be amazing, but I guess we don't. That's concrete going down. Support ramp. Let's see. Because if that's true, I could save myself a lot of iron, although actually iron is probably easier for me to get than concrete. Funnily enough. Because if I can surround this thing with these, then that makes life a little bit easier. And I think that looks actually really, really good, having the concrete siding like that. I can run there's side neon tubes, right? They're just on one side of the block. I mean, there's side lights. Wait, I have lights on my bar. Corner light like that. That'll fit there. And then I can run lights all the way down as I see fit, every so many. And that'll light up the sides of this thing at night. So like if I throw a battery on this, just for funsies. And I like how that actually like connects. This is legit, even though it's floating. It's weird, but it works. And then we can turn it to nighttime. And we can get rid of the weather. And then I can plunk down a few of these lights, like every... since these are like every 3, do them every 3. And that's every road block, essentially. And then go in, grab those, crank them, and I can have the runway sides lit up all the way along. Plenty of hydrogen. I think that looks pretty damn good to view that at night. Imagine that all the way along all 50 blocks on both sides. I think that's bloody amazing. Okay, so I want to get some concrete to connect these up. So we're gonna go concrete there. That connects that on there. I think I just want like one concrete block around the thing here. Just turn it back into day. I could have a flashing or moving pattern. I'll have to figure that out, but I believe just having the corner lights there showing the exterior of the runway and maybe some spotlights on towers pointing at the runway at specific times is probably going to be the optimum approach. But I think one line of concrete blocks underneath here is the answer. Come on, concrete blocks. Get rid of these steel blocks here so I don't waste my iron on those. That's done. We have that one layer of concrete there. And then again, the road section ramps at the beginning. And on this side, which I need to get my body out of the way, which is a weird thing to say. Lots of slaves. Oh! We're off by one. Where did I fail? There, that's where I failed. All these are bad. We can get rid of this because that's not needed anymore. Everything's now concrete. And then there should be... she's using my foot as a pillow. Oh, she's so cute. Ah! Ah, it's so cute. Okay, I'm good now. In the concrete block itself, there should be a block combo for this, isn't there? Yes, my doggo is so good. Oh, she's so good. Road section angle. Ramp center. Ramp center. Doesn't look like there's something to do a nice corner with it. I was gonna think that I had something in the concrete section that was gonna give me a nice long slope, but it actually doesn't have this because this is a 3x1 slope and we have just 2x1s. We don't have a 3x1 slope in the concrete. Interesting. Well, that's okay. I can just have those be corners. That's okay. Yes, she's a German Shepherd. Hey, we're doing a big renovation right now to change a garage into a living area for me. And then I'm going to set up a proper, like, streaming something. And have it so that I have, like, a wall behind me that's painted green and all that kind of stuff. So I don't even have to, like, set up a green screen. Like, it's just there. I'm just going to go grab some food and water here. And then when I get all that set up, and then we can have, like, doggo cam. And I'll get a webcam that'll point it directly at Sasha's bed. And, it'll be perfect. It's gonna look so good coming in from, like, when you're flying in. Alright. We're approaching our landing here at the oil refinery air base. Come on down. We have aligned with the runway. Coming in for a landing. As we land. Oh, this is gonna be so good right here. I'm excited. I'm really excited to have this runway built. It's gonna take a lot of resources, but I think it's gonna be worth it. And I don't think I can really reposition it. Oh, yes, a control tower will be built, 100%. It'll just be built a bit later. Because it's gonna also require a big design and a bunch of resources. Like, off of this, there's going to be, like, a hangar here that can fit the C-130. And there's going to be another hangar here that can fit the Warthog. Like, the control tower will probably be, like, up on that hill or something like that. And then this side, though, I wonder if I want to lower this side at all. Or if I want to... How I want to do this. Because when I land, it's going to be a little annoying to taxi off of this. Because there's a little bit of a gap here that the grids will have to jump down. So they'll have to jump down onto a taxiway. I don't know. But that 50... So it's 150 blocks long, because it's 50 things that are 3 blocks long. It's got 6 times 3 wide. So nice width, nice length. Just real girthy for me. It's gonna be great. We planning to play with Splitsy? I mean, like, oh, whenever he's got a role for me in his series, I'll jump in with him. Of course, we just finished Runway Up, and that took so long. So we're taking a little bit of a chill pill and doing our own things. Oh my god. Runway Up took way too long. But it's done, which makes me happy. I think when I build this eventually, it's just going to be, I'm going to have to find a position, get the best I can, and then fill in the gaps with concrete blocks like that. Like, this will have to be filled in with a concrete block wall here, but that's just whatever, it has to happen. But I'm thinking, on these corners, I fill it in like that, I maybe do something, and then I put a an AA cannon of some kind. So I get a turret out, and I put a I don't know, not 100 millimeter, just like a 30. Do I put a 100 here, or do I put a Sea-Wiz here? So I just have turrets on each four corners, because they're low enough that they won't get in the way of a plane landing. I think a Sea-Wiz. You know, something like that. So that way it's like, or spotlights in those locations. There are searchlights here. And they'll track will like aim at your plane as you're coming down, which would be kind of cool. Yeah, I'd have to pipe it all up. I'd probably have a piping underneath there, and then a pipe back to a cargo container that's underneath the runway, or I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that out. There'll probably be spotlights or something, but I'm thinking having like a pad on the corners like this. Okay. So I have a design, I have a potential location, which I'm going to plop down as I'm going to stand right here and go start of runway? Question mark. And then I'm going to go east-southeast. So right here. Go GPS, start of runway, east-southeast. And what I'd like to do, just so I can finish designing this thing, whoop, pull this up into the air, delete this thing, and plunk it onto there. So that way it's up in the air and I can get underneath it. I can turn symmetry back on. Oh, it really doesn't like symmetry when I have 6 blocks wide. That's interesting. Because it doesn't like doing the edge of these big blocks. Oh, well, I don't need symmetry. We're going to have that block line all the way around, which is good. And then I'd like to say that each corner is going to have those. I'd like to do this. I'd like just to have every corner come out to here. And then that be a slope. And then I can just make this thing fit. And it'll work out. Wherever I place it, it'll fit. Donk. And there we go. This big chunk of block of a runway is done. I'm going to quickly save, because I'm not sure if cutting this off will turn it into a... will stay as a grid or not. Like, stay as a static grid. And it won't! It'll be a mobile runway. Interesting. Okay. Cut you off. Delete you. Delete you. Plunk you back into the ground. Grab a blueprint from here, probably. And rename this runway. And we're good. So now, all I need to do is find a... Look at this. This is a beautiful runway. And then we can just get a nice spot on the ground. Plunk it in. And we'll go to our start of runway? Question mark. Bring it up to ourselves and position it. And place it. And runway. And let's go test it. Let's go grab the C-130. Because that thing's beautiful. I want to see how nice it is to land on. Up. And off. Let's go. I still need to get some lights on it, but that's fiddly stuff that I can do later. That's gonna look so good when it's done. Oh, that's gonna look amazing. Is that a tree in the middle of the runway? That's okay, we'll run over it. Alright. I'm a bit high. I need to do a little circle here so I can lose some height, lose some speed. We will... Well, I have the door closing script, don't I? I need to turn that off. Door. Program door off. There we go. I can open up my air brakes. They're right there on my wings in between my engines. And give me a nice slowdown as I'm flying in. Fly nice and slow. Oh yeah, look at this. I'm just coasting along at 30 meters a second. Those air brakes are awesome. Coming in for a landing. And we have touchdown at the Kanajashi International Airport. Plenty of space to taxi off of it. Undo our air brakes. Get to the end and we can taxi off the side. And clear the runway. Do it. Oh, take out a couple trees. Do a quick 180. Take off from it again. Fly back to the base and call the runway good. Then I've got a blueprint of it. I just need to put down a projector and project it out into the world when I want to start building this, which will be a couple episodes from now. And see, I think this is a good size for the C-130. It is hanging off the sides a little bit, but that's okay. Tower to Kanajashi, you're cleared for landing. Call the ball. My airplane blueprints are not on the workshop because I always feel like my blueprints are never good enough, and I'm always working on them, and I feel insecure about putting them out there. Oh yeah, plenty of space to take off. Awesome. Okay. How are we doing for gas on this tank? 82%, we're fine. This bad boy got some fuel on him. Let's vector in for a landing at the Discovery. I don't have the lights on there yet, but landing by night should be probably this similar feeling. It'll be great. Alright, coming in. Air brakes out. Nice slow landing here. And landed. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to play another Space Engineers save without aerodynamics and planes. I find them way more interesting to fly than atmospheric craft. Like, everything I'm building here, the boats and the planes, is just so much more interesting than building just random space engineers, atmospheric ships. Just infinitely more interesting. Alright, there we go. So, with that all done, I figured out where the airport is going to be. I'm going to teleport my ass out here again. We're going to delete this runway, as I will build it for real. And then we're going to go back to our little builder rover. We're going to turn off creative and see how much the this place has been working. Because the whole thing was to get some more armor plates done, which we do. We have lots of armor plates done. Excellent. We also got a fair amount of aluminum. Take that. Is that all the armor plates? No, we got some more. Excellent. Should have kept a waypoint. I did. See, I've got. See there, top right, start of runway, east southeast. We have one, so we know where that runway design will fit. It will be good. And off we go to finish the other bunker. And then I'll have a, for the runway, I'll have a power line coming to it from the oil refinery, and that power line will power all of its stuff, so it doesn't have to have any, like, resource like windmills or anything on the runway itself. Right here, start of runway when you face east southeast, which is right there. Which is the nicest, flattest area in this area for sure. We could be building taxiways in an apron. I'll figure something out. But most likely they'll just be voxel. Like, I'll just drive out onto the dirt. The runway is just to have a nice, flat, designated spot for my planes to always land. Come on, turn, you damn rover. And park. Building up. Build and repair could use some stuff in it. We'll throw it the acid. We just need the. I'm not sure what we need for steel plates to start that thing. I don't actually have my thing. We can have the acid. I'll throw you a couple steel plates. Oh wait, do I even... Oh, I didn't even take any steel plates. Oh, well that's an issue. I was so focused on the armor plates, I didn't take any steel plates. Rip. Yeah, well. You can always go back for them. Well, that's working. Something I did do is I did move this entire thing one step away. Because then that allows me to put in some more decorations along here without having to interact with like the fact that this is taking up this block. So that's one thing I did. Shh. I cheated, but don't tell anyone. How are my tanks doing? Tanks! 80%! Woo! Holy shit, that's amazing. And this connector here has stuff in it that it shouldn't have. Oil. How'd you get a tiny bit of crude oil in you? That connector there. Wait, why is that all in a connector? Oh, that's out here. It's out there. What? No, where's the connector for this? Connector. Oh, that's out this connector. Yes, I'm going to build a fuel truck. I got distracted this week and didn't make a video. So, I didn't make a fuel truck. I will! I will get there. Eventually. Fuel oil, I can just place into here, right? And that should get sucked away. Boop. There we go. I think oil, I'm just going to throw it to the ground, and I'm going to get rid of it. One levels. Goodbye. One. Fuel heli. That is something I want to do. I want to add in the helicopter ones. The propeller helicopter ones. I'd like to make a helicopter, because I think that sounds really cool. And it would make me really excited to see a helicopter flying over the horizon. Some, like, heavy lifting helicopter. Yes, I'm causing so much pollution with my oil refinery. Oh yeah, I can model a Chinook. It would work, actually. I got so much polymer and sulfur now. So, what I'm thinking is from here, I have the sulfur, and the sulfur is required for gunpowder. So that's one aspect of gunpowder. The other part would be some potassium nitrate, which is gathered from over here at this AI base. I still have this little mining set up here. This is probably absolutely full, and this thing has just been clinking away making potassium nitrate for me this entire time. So I should probably go and visit it, because I haven't visited that in many hours of game time. I'm thinking somewhere near here is going to be the munitions factory. So we have the oil refinery there, and I'm thinking, because I'm going to have this as a parking area for the oil refinery, I want to have a little bit of space here that I can drive through. So I don't want to put it immediately here. So I'm contemplating right about, like, right over here, having, like, a pipeline coming from that building to another building right here, and then this building here being a munitions factory that is literally just looks kind of like a bunker, and inside it's just a bunch of munitions, because, you know, munitions explode, so you want to keep your cargo containers full of munitions stockpiled in a nice safe location, that is. Then I would have basically a munitions factory for each type of munition. So like one for 30 millimeter, one for 30 millimeter, like one 30 millimeter standard, one 30 millimeter CRAM, one 30 millimeter like depleted uranium. One would be 100 millimeter, one would be 203 millimeter, whatever the caliber is. And they would all be going constantly, and I would always have like, okay, always have it like 1,000 in stock at any one time. And then they'd all be on sorters out to small cargo containers, and there would be small cargo containers in a line with their individual ammunition in each one. And so that I would always constantly have essentially infinite ammo for every gun that I needed. And which I think I'd either put it there or I'd put it here. I think maybe here would be nice. Yeah, I can make it fit right here. I think this is going to be Munitions Factory. Because then the so the sulfur from there gets piped out, and it will run along here over the Munitions Factory, and then supplied from the airport where I'm running in the potassium nitrate. And it's good. Kanajashi has been attacked for a long time. I mean, constantly raided by a certain other raider bots. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know. I think maybe it's because I'm like leaving their corpses around. I like just disable them. But I mean, this base is still powered. It's still there. It's just won't spawn anything anymore. Maybe. I don't know. Which reminds me, I haven't seen a spawn in a while, which is kind of unsettling. So there. So that's going to be Runway. That's the oil refinery. That's Munitions Factory. Then there's going to be... here's going to be hangars. So I'm going to place this down. There's going to be aircraft hangars. Aircraft hangars. I think I'll just pop myself over here and just put this as end of runway, question mark, so I can see the runway direction. So you can see the runway going between there and there. Wait, sorry, there and there. Then there's the aircraft hangars right off the runway, and then up the road here to the oil refineries, to the Munitions Factory. And then what else do I need? I do need a resource processing station. Like, I'm currently running off of the discovery of all of my resource processing. So I need to eventually move on from that. I have this hydrogen facility here, but I may or may not keep this in the end. It was a good building to have, and it's definitely served in terms of like storing power and such, and I'll probably just use it as a giant battery, but I don't know if I need to center my base around it. But it was very useful when I was running my planes on hydrogen for that while. But I'm thinking I do need like a homesteading area, somewhere I can live. So start a runway, end a runway, aircraft hangars, Munitions Factory, oil refinery, something over here maybe? Something here. Where else is there a nice little flat spot? Where can I get a flat spot on this game? Here? I can make something work here. Oh, here's pretty good. What's this? Ooh, I can put a building here. Yeah, there's enough room here. This can be a... Yeah, this can be my main construction zone. Like, the processing center, construction center. What to call it? Just a factory? Component factory. So then the component factory down there. And then I can have beside it the, like, just like over here or something, nearer to the airport, I can have resource processing. Did I get the Wave Rider floating again? No. Wave Rider is a sinky boy, so it's never going to float the way it's currently designed. And then the rest of this is too hilly. But those two spots are good. There's also, theoretically, a spot up here for something. That's start of runway. But right here, this is also a spot for a building. Right around here, you could put a building. You can make this work. Building site there. And beside the aircraft hangars and beside the thing, and probably here, because this is relatively flat. This is going to be the control tower, about 100 meters away from the end of the runway. Yeah, right here. This is nice and flat. Control tower. There we go. Yes, you missed the earlier part of the stream, but, oh, manufacturing complex. Oh god, that sounds good. Component factory. Manufacturing complex. Missed the beginning part of the stream, but we designed a paved concrete runway so that it would go from the start of the runway there on the left, right there, all the way over to the end of the runway, be about 150 blocks long. Nice paved, solid runway. But there we go. I think that is going to be... That will be the layout of the base eventually. Munitions. So oil refinery is built. Munitions factory beside it. We got a control tower. The runway. Some hangars. Some kind of building over here. I'm not sure what I could do with it. Maybe a something military. And then space over here on the other side of the runway for resource processing and manufacturing. That's going to look really cool when it's all done. Like, I'm going to have this entire zone here with buildings all throughout of it. And then I'm going to go and get the voxel hands. And I'm going to paint the grass to dirt and actually make it look like there's roads running in between them all. I think that's going to look great. Alright, now that we're done screwing around with that, let's go check on our builder truck. As it... Ooh, it's done a lot of good work. Okay, good. Water Mod 3 provides buoyancy via sealed spaces. Yes, it does. I've tested that. And that's how it does work. Let's see. We've got repair. We're missing motor, steel plates, armor plates. Okay. Let's go. And then I'll have a road down to the docks, and then near the docks, I'll have I want to make a giant dry dock with an actual, like, cargo crane that can lift the, like, wholesale lift the boat out of the water. Like, I want something that can lift the Discovery out of the water and put it into dry dock, so that you can do repairs and modifications to it while it's not in the water. Like, I want something that big, which would be absolutely amazing. And cool. you float your ship in between this thing. It's already down in the water underneath you. You just need to have a certain draft depth so you don't hit it. And then you park your ship. And then this thing raises up, grabs you with landing pads, like magnetic pads, and then lifts you up out of the water with pistons. And then the whole thing rolls back onto land. And then you can, like, walk around underneath the ship. Oh yeah, it would be a huge dock. Like, this, what I have now would be like the foyer to that dock. It would be giant. Not really. I don't really want to go to space this season. Maybe to make some orbital, like a space platform or something. But the goal is to use aerodynamics and water as much as possible. And then next season is all about space. I basically will never go onto a planet next season. Is that it for armored? Is that all the armored plates they made? Master plate stain. Is that it? Alrighty then. Let's see. Some steel plate. They're currently being used to make armored plate. Oh, because they need titanium plate. Okay, armored plates need titanium and steel, and that's annoying. Are you able to get uranium on the planet you're on? Yes, you're able to get every resource. Uranium is at the North Pole. So if you fly your way up here and go to this location, way up here at the North Pole, and then you go and fight a giant enemy base that spawns, then you can get as much uranium as you need. Infinite quantities of uranium, actually. But you need to fight a giant base, and it's on the other side of the planet. Yes, I need titanium and such. I should check my titanium. Okay. Titanium 304. I got 141,000. Will you make a spaceship start for your next season? Yes, 100%. Like, I'm thinking after the season finale of this one would be exactly what Meztas just said. The season finale will be me making a rocket with realistic thrusters mod, and I'll blast off into space in that rocket, and that will be what I start the next season with. I do not know, and I don't think I want to do Industrial Overhaul next season. I'm not sure. But I will make a rocket with, like, just hydrogen. We'll blast off, and then we'll start in, like, I'll blast off and then jump away, and that'll be the end of the season. And it'll be like, to be continued in season 5, sort of thing. And then next season will be, what I want to do is a completely custom solar system, and orbit mod, realistic thrust mod, and essentially never go down to the planets, except for rare occasions where I need to like go down, set up a mining rig, and like start gathering resources and refuel, and then blast back off, sort of thing. Essentially, Kerbal Space Program in Space Engineers as much as possible. You should pretty much always stay in orbit in that season. Yeah, I kind of need more plate stamps. This is just going slowly. I'm not gonna get the second bunker on time to do this. This current setup, this save, I set it up. I made it so it just has Agris, and it has a moon of Crate. So the moon exists. I could go up here, but I really kind of just made that moon to be set decoration. Where is it anyway? When I was back on the other beach, when I was living on the other side of the planet, I would look up and I'd see the moon, and that was cool. Anyway. But this season is all about Agaris, essentially. I will have to make more plate stamps. Is the co-op one even working? That is actually a good question. Are these even functioning properly? Because are they getting clogged up with shit? Like, what are you even working on, Plate Stamp Co-op? You're not even building anything. Just, you build steel plate, and don't build that. There you go. And then Master, you work on titanium plate, and then eventually you'll get around to building the armor plate. Perfect. Oh, co-op doesn't work with IO anymore? That's why this is going so frickin' slowly. Possibility of doing a season in which you are pirate, privateer, essentially have to do the majority of resources from plundering or scrapping. It's kind of like what Splitsy's doing right now, right? His scavenger hunt. Where they're just having to scrap everything. That's possible. I didn't do that much. I still mined a bit when I was doing season 3, but I didn't, like, I did a lot of scavenging too. So I kind of did that already with season 3, but with some mining in there. Not too much mining. Are you going to co-op with someone? Probably not. Because I have a horrible schedule of, like, random stuff occurring, and I can't really, like, go, like, oh yeah. Like, I moved mountains to make Wrong Way Up work because I really wanted to be the bad guy. But to do, like a recording every week with somebody would just not occur. I just don't have time for it. Sadly. There we go. Okay, so that's functioning. My plate stamps are stamping. I could add another plate stamp to do armored plates and such. Yeah. But you can do that. I'll just grab plate plate stamp. I have creative off, right? Yes, okay, good. And we'll just add a plate stamp to the end of this thing. Honk. And the building repairs will get on it. There we go. And this bad boy, we will go, hey you, make me armor plate. And that's all you do. So plate stamp 3. Which I'm going to rename you and do plate stamp co-op 2. which I know it doesn't work, but at least it's going to fix the order in which it shows up in this menu, right? Right? It's going to put them together? Oh, no! Mastering co-op, and then it's not, it's over by itself. I'll remove them from the master, and the co-op doesn't have it. They're good. So now co-op 2 is currently making armored plates infinitely. Excellent. Now we can start sealing those armor plates. And that's it. 179. Good enough. Good enough for now. Wait, I need motors and stuff like that, right? Didn't I? Do I have any motors on me? No, I don't have any motors on me. Alright, let's go back and park. I needed more stuff than just plates. Ow. Bounced off of that. Alright. That. There. We need... that to do motors. We already have the, some of the acid power cells over there, so I don't need those. We can take some glass, sure. I need that at the base when I'm building other stuff. More small steel tubes, sure, why not? More girders, that's always good. Alright, now we'll go off. Wait, do I have a... yeah, I have some aluminum. Let's go! Let's go get that bunker building finished off. And that'll be my goal for the end of the stream. Get that bunker complete. And then I'll be done. You ever thought about first person only, locking third person camera, and limited spectator? I understand what you're going for with the difficulty of that, and yes, it would be difficult to always have to be in first person. It would change how you build stuff, so you want to like maximize your arc of vision. You want to add cameras on stuff so you can check your six really easily and stuff like that. And it would be difficult, it would be interesting to do, but then there's also a portion of this where it's like, as a content creator, I kind of need to be able to get like these angles in order to get thumbnails and such, so I need spectator, but I can understand what you're talking about. I could see it as part of a challenge run. Like, oh hey, do this without using third person or spectator. I could see that. But long term, I need spectator. It just is part of my bones now. I kind of wanted to do, it sounded silly, is a remote only challenge. Like, your character spawns in a box and you have a drone that you can connect to, and you have to build everything by projecting out onto a blueprint and building it with the drone, and then slicing it off, and then, oh, that's a new drone that you can use, sort of thing. Wait. I'm gonna go give it to here. So that hopefully you can start this battery. Mr. Build and Repair. You are on. You are quiet. Good. Somebody start this battery. Where the heck did that 100 steel plate go? What the? I wanted to start that thing, goddammit. No suit survival. Like, you always have to have things pressurized. You can't go flying around. Essentially, it's like a... wait, do you mean, like, I can't get on... Like, I can't use my jetpack at all? Like, at all? No jetpack? No... No jetpack would be really interesting. And then always having your, like, face plate open would be interesting as well. You always have to be pressurized. Would make life really difficult to space. Oh, wood only survival. At that point, it's just not space engineers anymore. We're wood engineers. We're playing Minecraft. Woo! Oh, no suit equals no helmet. Okay. Oh, that's steel plate. It's probably draining into these guns. These require 250 each. So they do eat up a lot of steel plate. Although that one's done. We do have some ammo in here, right? Yeah, we got 160 boxes of it. Heck yeah. Let's start distributing this ammo. Which I can get to several of the guns already. Which I'm almost out of hydrogen, so let me just put those bottles away. Get them out of the way. And carry more ammo that time. Your persons cannot step on the voxels survival. Oh, so you can't run around, you have to be in a rover or something at all times. Like cripple survival kind of thing. I can't walk. Oh, that's the build and repair system. I got 2 guns here that are not online. Why are they not online? What am I missing for? I am missing computers. And I am missing computers. Okay. So again, we have reached an impasse. We are currently missing computers and armored plates. Looks like the rest is being built up properly. Check here on the battery. The projector says that there is 1 block remaining, but that is this block being a heavy armor block. So the blocks are all placed, and they just need to be finished building up. So I can actually turn that off. Boop. Armor plates. Now that we got our plate stamps figured out, they should be functioning a bit better now. Space Engineers Lightning. I think it's troublesome, but if you have the lightning rod mod, it's 100% completely fine. You just place down a lightning rod, and then you have a welder beneath it. And you just sort of go, whatever. Like, as long as I have stuff in a container, like steel plate in a container, I have infinite lightning rod. And then it's like just trivial to take care of yourself in a lightning storm. Every time you get hit by lightning, it gets repaired. And then you get hit by lightning again, it gets repaired. That's what I had on top of my Mastodon, and I took several lightning strikes in that thing. It is not that much of an issue. I do wonder, though, if there's something that I've screwed up with my my modular encounters spawner, because I have not seen a spawn in the last several hours, and that is not normal. And I feel like I should have gotten some spawns by now. Alright. Computer. I'll take some advanced as well, why not? Take a bunch of normal computers. Okay. And how about armor? Hey, you got another 200 armor plate. Go plate stamps. I know you could do it. And we'll get some more steel plate here. And let's go. No jetpack in space is silly. It's like one wrong move and you're screwed. Yeah, but NASA has you tied to the ship if you ever spacewalk. You don't... Yes, you don't need a jetpack when you're roped in. And if you slip, you're just like, oh, I'll just tug on the line and drift back to the ship and grab it again. That doesn't happen in Space Engineers. If you slip off the ship, you just slide off into nothingness and then slowly, like, suffocate as your suit runs out of air. You need a little bit of jetpack. Yes. But as far as my knowledge, there's only been like an untethered spacewalk is pretty interesting. Most of the time, if they're just going to go and do something out in space, they're tethered in and they're just crawling around. And well, thank you, Jigoko Samurai. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. I wonder if we have enough stuff. It says that I have all the missing items. It looks like those other two guns are online, so we can go transfer some more ammo into them. Again, get this up to about 50 blocks. 50 things of ammo. We should be good. It's 12 in each gun and 14 in the main box. Oh, cool. This is probably like a one-time burn thing, right? That emergency return pack. Oh, they don't have ERPs anymore. Alright, 56 extra boxes. That should be good. You can stand the ground. I kind of wanted to... I thought that would be an interesting concept, which would be like a mole survival. Like, you couldn't come out of the ground, because if you did, you would instantly die, sort of thing. Something like the surface is completely irradiated or something along those lines. Make up a story of why you can't go out. Get some modded map that has some like insane weather on it. Some like it's 24/7 acid rain sort of thing. And you have to always be thinking about being underground and digging tunnels, and you can go out into the like make quick runs across the surface sort of things with rovers and such in order to get from one place to another quickly, or like to get across something. Alright, so I just need 250 more armor plate. Okay, 250 more armor plate and we're good. Building would suck with well, if you were on the surface, but I'm talking about like you start in a cavern with a survival kit and a battery, and you have to figure out what to do from there on. You could play style theorizing. One could travel to time while within his own lifetime. Stepping into a quantum accelerator, he vanished. He awoke to find himself trapped in the past. Like, you want me to be Scott Bakula in Quantum Leap? That was an actor, right? I'm like 95% sure. You just want me to play Quantum Leap? $250 armor plates, eh? I can transfer those by hand. Pop. Park. There we go. Armored. I only got 125. Okay. We need another 125 armor plate. It's gonna take a while. Do we have any spare titanium plate? How are those going? Plate stamp. Master. I asked this before, I'm not sure if you saw it. I probably didn't. I think I saw it go by, but I was on talking about something else. We were making a VTOL, like an Osprey. That would be pretty cool, actually. I'll get you working on our plate as well for a bit. Because what I'd like to do, eventually, is the Discovery, as it stands, doesn't float. But what I'd like to do is, as I continue building up this complex, this base complex, I'm going to eventually get to the point where I have enough stuff there that I don't need the Discovery to be a refinery anymore, and I can go in and I can completely rip out the guts and take out all of this weight, which is the main downside of this this boat right now, is the fact that it's so heavy. If I take out all that weight and then redesign the bottom to just be completely sealed so that it has proper sealing for the Water Mod 3, it would probably float enough that I can change out this into a helicopter landing spot, get rid of the arm, get rid of the wave rider, because this thing doesn't float anyway. I should honestly just chuck it away. And then, which reminds me, this thing is off of its mount. I should plug it in. Then change this to a helicopter landing pad, and then do something like a VTOL attack craft, and have it land here. And then this Discovery goes from being a exploratory utility ship to a scouting ship. So it can go forward with a VTOL aircraft, maybe take this back end and extend it like another couple blocks if I need the space. And then it can go and do its badassness. Which I've already designed this, and I'm not sure if is in my blueprints. It should be. Is it in? Where are my blueprints here? I want to look at local. Did I save the blueprint for my battleship that I designed? There's my tanks. There's a bunch of stuff from Runway Up. There's a whole bunch of stuff from Runway Up. Did I even give it a name? Did I even save it? No, I didn't save it. So, I have a battleship that I want to build. It's not here, but I will find it. It's in my other save. But the battleship is like 50% longer and 50% wider than the Discovery. I need to rebuild that because now it doesn't float. The pain. But yeah, I think a VTOL attack crafts on here would be good, and then I can use this as a forward light carrier scout ship, and I can have a proper battleship for combat, and then have a couple patrol boats for anti-air defenses and such, and then it'll all work out. So, armor plate. Just need about 30 more. Battleship. No, just like a proper big old chunky battleship. I could load into that save here in a minute as soon as I finish getting that armor plate in place and build up that bunker, because then I'll be done in this save for the day, and then I can load up the other save, my testing save. My boat will sink immediately because it uses the old blocks, but that's okay. You can at least see the boat. Armor plate. Why do you take so long to build? I thought I told my other fabricator to do it as well. My plate stamp. Plate stamp, why are you not doing anything? Why? Quickly. Oh. Oh, that's the plate stamp over at that other base. Okay, plate stamp master. Oh, it's because you're clogged with steel plate. That's why you can't do anything. You can't pull titanium in. You dumbass. Ah. See, also, when I eventually get off of this boat, which everything is completely a mess here, and I get it all properly built up, I'm going to have spaces where I'm going to have individual freaking small cargo containers for each resource, and they're all going to be properly piped in with sorters, and so it's going to be really goddamn easy to pull the resources out when I need them, because it'll just be listed. I'll just be like, I need 300 steel plate, and I need 400 like aluminum plate, and it'll be good. Anyway, armor plate. Ah, there we go. We have enough. Let's go. It said we needed 250, and we've got like 260, so we should be good. I know I can script it to sort. I'm going to do that eventually. that's what I wanted, either with scripting or with sorters. When I eventually build proper manufacturing complex, it'll have those. Get this done. It's like the multiple sunsets we've seen on this stream. Every single time I just go, no you don't. Now it's daytime again. If I still had a solar tower, it would be freaking the hell out right now. It would just be like, whoa, holy shit. I don't even know what's going on. Whip this around. Come on up to park. Park on up. And this building should be the end of it. We'll rename this AA bunker. Yeah. Oh, it's because the build and repair are doing stuff. So it's renaming, it's like resetting the grid's name and such. I can't name it while the build and repair is doing stuff. Anyway. Soon it'll be done. Good wind turbine. Like, even if wind turbine went down, if we turn that off, the battery still has 6 days of power. When it's only at 1/6. Wait, no. Oh, it's at like 75% of its stored power. So yeah, it would have like a week of power. You done? You done? Hey, we're done. A bunker. A bunker. Extra plates, extra stuff. We have completed it. All right. So that'll be good for the day, for these, at least. Today, we designed, well, not designed, we built up a pair of bunkers. We've got one here and one over here. So now the oil refinery is safer than it was before. Not perfectly safe, because it's still open to the air and could be absolutely dive bombed and destroyed, but it's safer. It also is looking pretty damn swank with its great towers that we designed last time. We also, although you can't see it anymore because I deleted it, but we designed and got ready with a whole bunch of locations for the eventual airport, which will be right there. We've got the processing and manufacturing, we've got munitions factory, and we've got something over there in the future. So, we did a lot of work today. And like I said last time, we still need to make an oil tanker of some kind. I still need to design that. I just didn't get a chance to do anything this last week. So that is why I didn't make a video. But I'll make a video. I'll make one tomorrow. I'm sorry. I'll do it tomorrow. What is it, like 8:15 p.m. for me here? Yeah. I'll go play with my doggy a bit more and then call it a night. I don't know. Play some High Fleet and go to bed. Build a tanker as an 18-wheeler. I should definitely build my tanker as an 18-wheeler. What is a mod that I use to mine? It is resource nodes, I think it is. I think that's the mod. It is a very good mod because it just makes things into, like, satisfactory, where things are just going along and they're not destroying the voxel, and is very limited in terms of, like, the impact it has on the game. Hey, 25 still blade. Very nice. But what we'll do here is we'll quit there. We'll save. And we'll go take a look at the battleship that I made on my other save. Now, this will sync immediately because I haven't updated this battleship in a while. So this battleship will fail. It'll look good, but it'll sink. Because I haven't loaded this in like a month or two. An 18-wheeler tanker. Oh, yeah. I need to do that. Yeah, I need to do that. Which makes me want to have that, you know, they have the power tethers mod is they need to have, like, I hope they finally get that working with that mod where it's fuel tethers so you can transfer gases between. Holy crap, that would be amazing. Because then like a fuel truck would actually be like a good fuel truck. Wonder if the mod author for resource nodes nerfed the audio yet. I don't know if they have, because I went in and edited the game files specifically to remove the instance on where it played the audio. I edited the script for it, and where it said like every time you mine play audio, I went every time you mine play nothing, you bitch, and I turned it off. Because I was getting absolutely sick and tired of that. Oh no, we're sinking and we're in the middle of combat. Okay. There's got to be a good copy of this back in my base, right? Or did it sink immediately? There's the discovery. It's sinking. Let's see the entity list. Any list. What is this thing called anyway? It is large grid this. Okay, we need to load an earlier save. It's not the save we needed. Okay, this is my testing world. We're gonna do backups back to before I was screwing around and blowing up stuff. Back to here? Here. This will be good. See, the last time I opened that was April. So, been a month since I've worked on this the ship. Hard disk. This is why I have a 2 terabyte SSD and then a 6 terabyte data drive and then a 30 terabyte NAS. So I can store incredible amounts of information. And it's so goddamn useful to have like 20 backup saves when you're a YouTuber, because I've done a complete hour-long episode or like an hour and a half long recording that I'll edit down to like a 45-minute episode, and I've had it fail and everything explodes, and I'm like, oh god, I made a mistake in the beginning and now it's all failing for me. And oh, what? No, that's the discovery. Where's my battleship? It'll be grid block count, highest one. That's the discovery. Where's my battleship? By discovery look like? Oh, that's still the runway is on my clipboard. Where be my battleship? I guess here, where I can actually see the battleship, although it's got a hole in the roof. That's fine. It still needs work, so I can patch a hole in the roof. Like, all the resource node drill guy needs to do is add a volume slider like the build and repairs do. Like the build and repairs, you can set the volume. So I always set build and repairs volumes to 10% because I think they're absolutely over, like, way too loud. He needs just to incorporate the same thing into his resource drill mod. But whatever. It's like a lot of things in the game are way too loud. That's why it's like I will not 100% will not play a game without Splitsy's Sneaky Sounds mod on, because hand drills are too loud. Hand grinding's too loud. Like, it just hurts. Oh, well, there it is. It's there, but it's sinking. Yes, you're sinking. Okay. Welcome to the, I don't know what this thing is, the HMCS Flounder, because it's sinking. But yeah, it's a battleship, that's for fucking sure. We've got, I don't know what these are, the 203 millimeters. It's got 2 on the front, 1 on the back. It's a little hard to look at this thing when it's underwater. But yeah. So 203 millimeters on the front, 1 203 millimeter on the back. It's got a Sea Whiz on each side. And it's also got a port up here for something. Whatever you want to put there. You can also change the back part of it here if you want to go for another Sea Whiz or something else. It is sinking because it is not sealed at all, and also it's relying on floaty blocks, which is completely incorrect nowadays. So let's also, these gyros are on the floaty blocks, and that's not good. So let's ditch the gyros. The ship will settle a bit more. Let's ditch the floaties. This used to float. This worked. This ship did, at some point, float because of these floating blocks. I was wondering if you're going out. I was like, oh yes, I like the way they did the bridge. It is a very nice bridge. It is using the bridge blocks. We got 3 standing helms there. We got stairs up from the middle. This goes back down to the Sea Whiz, down to the Sea Whiz, and to the back gun, or whatever this is going to be. Might be another Sea Whiz, but who knows? Let's see here. Let's see if I can actually float this thing. Need to make a bunch of excess space here, and then we need to put a vent down here to vent all this stuff. Vent, and then we should be able to seal this, if I'm not mistaken. Is that sealed? I wonder. Or if these engines need to be 1 block out further. Oh, I have stairs coming down. That's why it's not sealed. Thrusters are not airtight. Okay, good to know. Alright, thrusty boys. You need to go one further out. I know that main block there would be good. Like if the thrusters are there, they'd be fine. Because that main center section would be sealed up. And this is a leak. 100% this is a leak. So we need a block here, here, and here. Alright, don't even need that block. That should be sealed now. Theoretically, that's sealed as well. So I need a block there. Seal that side off. And then this isn't sealed because I've got this coming down from the upper part. So I need to seal this off. But I'll probably do this with panels. Right. Because then it gives me a little bit of extra space. I'll put panels all along here. Then I can still get in here. Go. That should be sealed. That should be sealed. That should be sealed. We've got now the find leaks found and displayed. It's out through the engines, eh? Right out through the engines. God damn it. Okay. Well, I know that it takes 2 blocks for the damage to start on these. So what I can do is I can put them in the center here and go 1, 2, 1. So it's 2, 3, 4, like that, across. And just have them down the spine like this. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going in that direction. And we'll do 6 going in the other direction as well. Just do 1 more here. And then I can get rid of those blocks. Turn my symmetry back on and seal. And seal. Whoa! That popped out of the water fast. Well, I have to redo this bottom of this boat. I will redo the where the thrusters are placed and such. Let me just slap on some gyros in the middle there to keep the boat from rolling around too much. And we can pop into the cockpit here and arrest our rotation, and we've got a functional battleship. Let's go! Yeah, it's floating really high on the water, actually. There we go. Honestly, this thing could float a little bit lower in the water and I'd be happy. But yeah, that's the battleship. Although it's listing a little bit. I feel like I need to redesign its lower half a bit. But I eventually want to make this in the series. Or at least a version of this. I can fire the main guns. Which one's it? I think it was 1 and 2, right? Yeah. Just fire them forward. They're super firing, so they can shoot over each other. And they're good. Yeah, I need to completely redesign this ship's bottom half. I like the top half, I like the shape, I just think I need to redesign the bottom half in order to make it work a bit better with Waterbot 3. But it works. Does its job. Yeah, I definitely need to add a keel on the bottom. Some nice heavy blocks to keep myself upright. Because this is way too much here. Try designing an aircraft carrier yet? Nope. I have not, which I imagine it's going to be essentially this runway with a seal of blocks underneath it and some propellers. And then just have that thing float around as a giant floating platform. Wider and more DACA? If you say so. God, I'm dropping frames like crazy. But oh, the runway? It's gonna sink as like a brick. It's got nothing to it. It's all concrete. It would just go straight down. But yes, something along this lines. I need to modify this a bunch, but at least now I have a version that is floating in Watermod 3. And then I need to redesign its innards a bit, figure out how much fuel I want on it, figure out what fuel is going to be hydrogen or gas, or nuclear. Like, maybe not nuclear yet, probably be hydrogen or gasoline. And then I need to actually make the ammunition for those 203s, which it's a lot of work to do to get this thing. This probably won't show up for like another, like, I don't know, start being built in like 5 episodes. But that's going to be it for tonight. We've gone for 3 hours. And I'm tired. And I'm going to go play with my dog because I miss her. And that's that. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you for turning out to the stream. And I'll see you guys later. Save those changes and empty that world. To plane prop work underwater, there is a particular, like, propeller block you can put underwater, and I kind of want to use those. So, again, the ship needs to be rebuilt. But thanks for watching, and good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.